Okay, so today I'm gonna. Oh, we didn't. Okay, those are listening live. Keep listening. I forgot to hit record.
Little things like hitting record.
Okay.
Look at us all.
Intro music. All right, folks, today I'm going on my own. That's right, just completely by myself.
What am I?
Oh no, after you go to
Chopped
work.
liver?
After you go to work today, I'll be on my own.
Oh yeah, you are going to be on your own.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to talk today about.
You actually wanted to talk about something today?
Yes, because last time I didn't choose and that wasn't fun. So this time it's. So anyway, I was gonna.
I forgot to take off my glasses.
Now I can't see.
Now I can't see.
I look a lot prettier, don't I? So we want to talk about not losing yourself in relationship and continuing to do things that bring you joy or fills your spirit, your soul. At the same time, it's really hard because you want to have time, as much time as you can with your partner. But I think when you do things different or go in different directions, you can come back with that experience to share.
Yeah, I think so many couples are worried about having enough in common. That enough word again. Mm-hmm. And other people are worried about every time they get in a relationship, they lose themselves in relationship. They don't say no.
Because they want to make their partner happy. They don't want to say no because they want their partner's happiness. Yeah,
but then you're giving up something that's essential, which is you and mm-hmm. your beliefs and your stuff. And some people give up their religion in relationships. Some people give up their time. Some people give up the things that, like hobbies. You said, nourish them. Yeah, their mm-hmm. hobbies the most. And some people are good at adapting and finding other ways to nourish themselves in that relationship that's different. But I think it's essential that neither person lose their individuality and the things that they love most in relationship. So one of the struggles, right, we talk about the 5 love languages, is when one or both of you have quality time mm-hmm. as one of your primary love languages, and that's one of mine. So it took us a while. Mm-hmm. And every time things change, it has to kind of be restructured again, whether it's my work, your work, whatever. And we have to find that balance of how do we get quality time, yet still make time for our stuff and for each other. Yeah. Yeah. Individually.
Yeah. Well, so a couple things that I love to do is, my one big thing I like to do is ride my Harley, and but it's also something that Cindy really enjoys doing with me, and I think one of the most recent encounter that we had to actually discuss this whole thing was a Harley ride I'm going to take in 2 weeks with a group of people that are riding to the Harley Davidson Museum. So it's going to be a 12-hour ride, and Cindy doesn't like to ride more than 2 hours.
Well, I told you about that. Jay even got me a special seat on his motorcycle so I could last a little bit longer on the bike. But I either have to gain a lot of weight.
Gotta get junk in the trunk.
Okay, get some junk in my trunk. Or I can really only stay on the bike for 2 to 3 hours at a time. And then I get to what? Huh?
I vote for 2 hours.
Yeah. Oof.
So Cindy's also taking a trip to go visit across the pond, across the ocean, to visit with her children, and I'm not going. Mostly because of getting time off work, or a little bit of getting off work, but mostly
And
cost.
finances, yeah.
So
I'm heading all the way over to Israel.
So when I told Cindy that I was invited on this trip, at first she got really upset. No, not upset, but she was, she's like, wait a minute.
Sad.
If you're going on this trip, you might as well go to Israel with me. And I'm like, this trip's going to be about 1/10 of the cost.
That's true.
So,
That's true. And I get to spend some really great quality time with my kids alone, which is invaluable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get along with your kids, so that's fine.
That's so not true. Gosh. Yeah.
So so we had to sit down and talk it through, and I said,
We didn't have to talk it through that much.
No, but yes, we did.
And we talked about it, of
Right.
course. I mean, we're gonna talk about it. But this is something you haven't done. You haven't taken a big Harley ride since, like 9 years. You haven't.
Yeah, since the main one was right after I got it.
Right.
Yeah, in April, went to Kansas City for a martial art tournament. That was a long ride.
It was a long ride.
Yes. So I'm very excited about that. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you to go to Israel and spend time with your kids alone. I am. What?
Yes, I know you are.
My mind goes.
Absolutely
Are we going back into this again?
Oh, well, let me tell you a story. I came home one day and he's sitting on the couch. No, I'm kidding.
Oh God.
Okay. So what else? Like I ride horses.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dressed to ride today, and that's what I now do for exercise. It was funny. So Jay works at a 5-star resort nearby, and so for Mother's Day, after a Mother's Day disaster, got me a facial, and so I'm laying there. Yesterday I had my facial, and she says, Cindy, relax your shoulders. And I said, this is as relaxed as they get. Because I spent so many years lifting in gyms and exercising like crazy. And before that, dancing professionally and just destroying my body. So the beautiful thing that I do now for exercise is I ride horses, which is phenomenal. It's my passion. It's my joy. It's my yummy time. It's my healing time. It's better than therapy. It's great exercise. So that's something that I do 6 to 9 hours a week. That Jay does not join me in because Jay does other things. Well, I work too. I just work it in between.
Yeah.
And you paint.
Yes. Yep. And I've also dedicated. I gave myself a mental gift and said I want to take a course or two this year. I want to go do seminars. I want to, do a 4-day seminar or art seminar because it's important for me to constantly expand and grow my abilities through lessons.
Yeah. And we've done lots of other things together. We vacation a lot together. We did the hero's journey together.
Oh my goodness.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
You've got to do that.
The hero's journey. So the hero's journey,
alone or with a couple.
Alone or together. Yeah, I really liked doing it together. I
did too. But we also went, and our rule was that we were doing it together, but we were doing it separately. I had my work to do. You had your work to do. Mm-hmm. We weren't supposed to be there to comfort and cuddle. Yeah, it was
cuddle.
Cuddle. Oh, cuddle too.
We cuddled in
We did. Yeah.
Because of your tent. So anyway, so let's just, I don't know if anyone who is listening knows what the hero's journey is. So the hero's journey is a journey that was created by Michael Mervosh in Pennsylvania. He's in Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, and but the journeys are done in West Virginia and in West Virginia, I think is where he mostly does them. He's been doing them for over 15 years, and they're either a long weekend or they have in the summer they have a whole week for women and a whole week for men separately, and it's basically where you go and you walk through rites of passage and do your personal process and go through this journey of self-discovery and of healing places that you haven't been able to heal before, and doing it being witnessed by other people who are not in judgment but are there for you in compassion, because we're all there as the walking wounded. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. It's one of the best things that we've done as a couple, I think.
I was looking forward to it, and I was nervous about it at the same time.
Well, you'd never really done personal process,
right? And
before.
it was amazing, and I'd highly recommend it to everyone. I mean, it was really, starting from the very first day. I think we had lunch, and then
jumped right in,
and it was intense. And we don't go into detail about what we did, because it's important that you go and you experience it yourself, and the unknown, which is also one of my worst things. I want to know what's ahead. This is why I read manuals and books.
True, he does read tons of research.
When I go to do something, I want to know everything there is to know about it, when it starts, when it ends, how long, how hard, how easy is it going to be. I want to know everything, and this journey was all about me not knowing what's in front of me, beside me, behind me, ever. And it was really intense.
Yeah, it was very intense.
Please try. Look at it. And what's cool is, what I love about it is it was our very first conversation we ever had. We talked about this.
The very first night that we met on an airplane.
In Miami.
Coming to
Virginia.
Yeah. So that's something we did together, but I highly recommend, if you have a partner that's not into that kind of self-discovery and personal process, but you are, and you're on this growth path, that you actually absolutely, look it up. Look up A Hero's Journey and Michael Mervosh. And you will find it, and go alone and do your own work and grow, and don't be stifled in relationship. That's exactly what we're talking about, right? Not losing yourself in relationship just because you have a partner that is not on the same type of journey or path as you doesn't mean that you have to stop your journey.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say that. So yeah, this would be a great thing for you to do by yourself, that you can bring back to relationship and be a stronger person. What I've always done in a relationship is try to make my partner happy, and in doing so, I stopped doing a lot of things I want to do. I stopped standing up for the things I should have stood up for. And my partners, who saw a strong man when they met me, saw weaker and weaker, and what I was trying to do was make it better. So I really personally believe in my new journey with my beautiful wife is that I do deserve, and she deserves, for me to have things that I just do.
Yeah. So we take right now, since Jay works not abnormal, because in the hospitality business, it's not abnormal to work on the weekends. There are lots of people who are listening who work on the weekends and are trying to find a way to get quality time with their partner. Luckily, I have my own business, so we take Wednesdays off.
Yep, that's our date. Well, it's our date / chore day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try to get chores done outside of that day, but there are lots of chores that we do together that we do on that day. So, and then he has Thursday off, and I typically am already with clients. It's kind of a weird Thursday.
It is Thursday right now. So
it is, yeah. So this is kind of weird for me that I have a nice slow week. It's the beginning of summer, I think, and everybody's kind of chilling. So. And
what's good is we had a full day yesterday and really couldn't get to the podcast. So.
Yes. So we really wanted to make sure we didn't put much time in between.
And we've got a lot of exciting things about the podcast potentially coming up too.
Yeah, we're in discussions, so it'll be interesting to see if we shift. Yeah, if we shift from where this goes. But we're super excited. I might be
sitting on the other side next time.
Oh, we should change things up.
No.
Yes, we should. We should absolutely change things up. No, change is good. Especially little change.
Some changes are good. Sometimes no change is good. Can you imagine if you changed the Great Wall of China? It can't be changed.
It can be changed. It absolutely can. Every day it changes.
Whatever. Not positions. See, so I have to stay over here because of the Great Wall of China.
So not losing yourself in relationship. So finding your own unique way of being in relationship with your partner, yet not losing yourself. And we've just given you some ways that we've found to do it, keeping the things that, mean the most to us. What things have we given up to be together and stay in relationship? I'm trying to think of what I've given up. If I've given anything up. I don't feel like I've given anything up. Well, you've given in to dogs.
Yes.
Okay, so you've done that. Because before me, he didn't have dogs in the house.
Mm-mm. Why? Didn't have a dog.
I don't understand people who don't have dogs, but that's okay. So
all you strange people out there that don't have dogs.
dog people out there, you know what I'm talking about. You can't even imagine a life without.
Excuse me while I go
dogs.
vacuum the floor.
I know. That is a...
Or comb the floor.
Comb the floor. Comb the couch. I love my favorite little toy.
The vacuum. The
Bissell vacuum. The little handheld.
Let's clarify this.
Yes. I vacuum the couch. I love vacuuming the couch. That makes me happy. Stop. What, is there anything else that, you have your Harley.
Mm-hmm.
You have your painting.
And I've got my new passion for this house. I mean, I have, my project list is so long. And,
it is so long.
And she doesn't, and a lot of things she doesn't want me to do. She wants a professional to do it, and I want to do it.
Yeah.
So
I love you.
I wait for her to leave for work, and then I just start projects.
There are projects, though, that I would love for you to do.
And I'm doing them.
How many ladies? Raise your hands if you have projects that for your husband that you're waiting and waiting and waiting to be done.
I don't see any of their hands up, so look how wrong you are. Sorry.
That's hilarious.
Guys, did you notice that? Did you see any hands up? Nope, I didn't either. That's what I love about a podcast.
Yes, and so we do have projects for the house that we do. We do a lot of them on Wednesdays.
Yes. Okay.
What's what?
Bermuda trip in order. So we just I have a good friend of mine who owns a securities company and is also a police officer.
Oh, wait. Securities, not as in like money.
No.
Like security.
Like bodyguard work.
Bodyguard work,
and
yeah.
He's one of the toughest guys I know. His name's Alan. He just wrote a Bermuda trip is in order. So I think he's saying either me by myself or both of us.
You're not going to Bermuda without me, big boy.
It may have to do just with bodyguard work. It's like
I don't think
very
so.
Secret.
No.
Drinking beer.
I've never been to Bermuda though.
No, I haven't either.
I haven't either.
Alan has. And thanks for that suggestion, Alan. We appreciate it.
Yeah, well, he lives there. So of course he's been there. I mean, really, truly think about it. How much security does that man really do? I mean,
yeah, he probably does nothing. He's probably a big lazy.
I mean, who needs security in Bermuda?
Okay, I think you just got uninvited.
I got uninvited just then. Well, okay, so maybe dignitaries go. I mean, I guess lots of people go.
And there are people that need bodyguard work. It does, there could be movie stars. It could be politicians. There could be fine artists.
So, Alan, I sincerely request that if President Trump goes there, that you not guard him.
Oh, stop. Okay. Breaking one of our rules.
Sorry. We're not supposed to talk politics.
No.
But we agree on politics for the first time. So this is something where we don't lose ourselves.
We were forced to agree.
We typically don't discuss politics.
No.
Because we so typically disagree. And we allow each other to disagree. That was something my parents did. I just I don't allow you to disagree?
Oh, no. But
I'm
politically,
vocal.
you're very vocal.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being vocal.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't make you agree with me. And that is something I learned from my parents. And that was just me scratching. I had an itch. They very much disagreed in about politics growing up when I was growing up. And
religion.
They allowed... Yeah, they disagreed about religion. They just disagreed. They don't just seem to disagree much now.
Mm-mm.
So that's
No,
good.
that's good.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's absolutely good. So there was one other thing that we wanted to talk about today about not losing yourself. you remember?
No.
You don't remember?
Do you remember?
No.
Oh. Does anyone out there remember? Please help us out. We need to know. This is what's great about not doing scripts.
Oh, yeah, we listened to another
podcast.
and it
was,
sounded like they were reading off scripts.
Hello,
When we felt
and
so bad for
welcome
them.
to your future. And we
Stop.
are...
It's not nice to judge. Lots of people... Hey, they're doing something right. They have thousands of people listening to them,
true.
and they're making lots of money, and they're helping lots of people.
Look, we have 2 people listening to us, and they don't listen to those people. We're unique. We don't need thousands. We have 2 very amazing people.
I would love for thousands to listen to us. I think that, okay, so this is
gonna start
something I do
reading
want to say
scripts.
because we only have 3 minutes left, but I did have somebody come up to me and say that they were, our last podcast seemed very stilted and seemed very awkward, and there seemed to be tension, and they were worried that we still hadn't gotten over the arguments that we had. And
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool that they would say something to you. And guys, you can write this stuff on our Facebook page and send us emails. This information is very important to us because we want to make this a very special podcast.
And so I just wanted to follow up with that, and I kind of wanted to start it, but you started at the beginning, so I will end it this way. But it was stilted. Mm-hmm. There was tension.
What you saw was real.
It was awkward, but I thought it was just so important because we want this to be real. We don't want to act like we don't have arguments. We don't want to act like we don't have tension between us sometimes. We were over it, but having to then relive it in a public forum, I think was very new. We've never done anything like that before. So
considering I never argued before, it was hard enough to live it and discuss it and go through all the yuckiness into
just ourselves,
so where we could find that wonderful path of opening up and being able to breathe again. Then to just like rehash it again, everything inside of me started imploding, just going, "Oh God, here it is again!" And that was hard. I mean, those were emotions that I had when we first started talking about it. So.
Yeah.
So that was what people are going to sense when they watch that.
Yeah.
episode.
So it's not going to be that we always can play off each other and laugh the whole time, and it's not supposed to be that way because that's not what life is. That's not what relationship is. That's not what marriage is. It's a partnership. You're going to hit walls, and what do you do when you hit them? What we tried to show last time was that learn something about the other person, learn something about yourself. There are lessons in every single argument and wall that you guys hit as a couple, and if you can do that, then you can have happy, healthy relationship, which is what this is all about.
When you find that wall, build a door,
climb over, build a ladder,
run around, have another country build it
and pay for it. Anyway, so I just wanted to add that in because you were right. If you sense that there was that and we didn't play off each other as well and it wasn't as fun, you were spot on.
Good job. Everybody raise your hand if you saw... Oh, never mind. I can't see it.
I raised my hand.
All right. So if we're not here next week, it's because we're in Bermuda.
No.
Oh, I'm not going to Bermuda.
I'm sorry. We're not going to Alan next week. But we will make a vacation spot of Bermuda in the near future.
Yeah, very good. So save us a seat.
So thank you. Thank you for listening to Jay and Cindy Sitting in a Tree.
KISSING. Turn this thing off.